In Empires & Puzzles Beta version 63, the newest update has just been launched, namely Legendary Troops. For this first launch, there are a total of 10 new Legendary Troops for each element, or a total of 50 Legendary Troops for all elements, in this initial trial. In general, Legendary Troops have the same function as Epic Troops, only that Legendary Troops have different level limits, better attributes, and are also equipped with special properties or passive skills for certain hero classes. And what amazed me was that if the Legendary Troops had reached the maximum or level 50, they would give an additional bonus, namely plus 15% mana generation for all troops. I can assure you that this will make the game mechanism even more interesting and challenging. And for now, in Beta version 63, there are 4 types of properties for Legendary Troops, namely extra healing, health recovery on buff received, getting a defense stats buff on mana reduction, and getting a dodge buff on mana reduction. This list of passive skills is still not final, and it is very likely that in the future there will be additional passive skills added. And for example, the Fire Enchanted Ent gives attribute bonuses to all heroes, but it can also provide additional attribute bonuses specifically for the Druid and Barbarian classes, and a passive skill effect, namely health recovery on buff received. So simply put, Fire Enchanted Ents can provide maximum additional attribute bonuses for heroes with the Druid and Barbarian classes, but that doesn't mean these Fire Enchanted Ent troops can't be used by heroes in general. It's possible, but they don't get the additional bonuses, just general attribute bonuses. Just like leveling up epic troops, Legendary Troops also need food and iron as materials to level up. However, they are changing on every 10th level only, and you need emblems when you reach that specific level. You can see an example in this table. You see that at levels 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50, you need emblems from the main class as a requirement to be able to continue upgrading to the next levels. And there's bad news and good news. I want to tell you the bad news first. To get Legendary Troops you can only get them on the Legendary Troops Summon portal, where on this portal, there are only classic troops, meaning no ninja, sticks, or magic troops. And the percentage of getting Legendary Troops only 2%, which is quite a small percentage and very crazy in my opinion, because troops are not heroes. Developers should be more generous in this case. And what's worse, epic troop tokens cannot be used in this summon portal. So for those of you who already have lots of epic troop tokens, don't expect to be able to use them in the upcoming Legendary Troop Portal Summon event. And the good news is that there is a troops conversion feature. With this feature you can convert your epic troop into a legendary troop. You only need to fulfill several requirements such as 100k food, 100k iron, 300 main class emblems, and the epic troop you want to convert must reach level 26 at a minimum, and the minimum level requirement will increase with each conversion. And after that, you will be able to wait for the conversion process for 28 days to get level 1 legendary troops. Actually, I'm a bit confused whether this is good news or bad news, because as far as I understand about this feature, the developer doesn't seem to recommend using the troop conversion feature. They seem to want players to only use the summon portal to get legendary troops, which means even more money for them. Conclusion: in my opinion, with the arrival of these legendary troops, the game mechanics will be much more complex and less friendly for new or free players. Apart from the fact that there will be greater power differences between players. For me personally, just to maximize the level of epic troops requires a lot of materials and resources. There are even some players who need years to be able to maximize the level of their epic troops, especially later with the arrival of legendary troops, which will certainly consume much more resources and materials. But this is just my assumption. Maybe some of you have a different opinion, or what do you think about this upcoming new feature? Feel free to post them in the comments section.